So I'll tell you what, around about 2 weeks, 10 days before someone has a big fight, you normally see them putting out bits of content and marketing to get people interested, to get the buzz going, you know. And what I admire about what you've done is something very unique, which is going door to door, knocking on people's doors, telling them that your dog's pooed in their drive, which I really admire for the originality, Patrick.
Well, I just don't want me dog to have a sloppy poo outside someone's house and not clean it up, lad. I'm not a horrible human being, lad. I wouldn't want someone to come in and stand on that on the way in. I just, it's standard, lad. If you're a decent human, you pick your dog's poo up.
Would
Simple
you
as
call
that.
you would you call yourself a conscientious dog owner?
Yeah, I'd like to think I am. Know what I mean? I hate it when I see dogs on the floor, lad. It makes me sick.
Apart from that, what other kind of like pet peeves have you got of people who own dogs, things they do that just winds you up?
That's the main one, lad. Not, you know what I mean? Like, that's the main one, lad. Like, simple as that. Like, nothing really else bugs me that much. Like, if your dog is good off the lead, let it off the lead. I hate it when people say to me, "Put your dog on a lead." When my dog jogs with me off the lead, he stays with me. You know what I mean? So I don't really have any pet peeves apart from that. That does me head in when people don't pick the dog poo up, lad.
Are you soppy with him?
Oh yeah, I mean the missus as well, sloppier with him. You know what I mean? But he loves a cuddle. You know what I mean? He's like a little baby, to be honest.
Yeah.
But Laura calls him the baby. I call him my son, like, but he's still a dog. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say, "Oh, he's the baby," because he's not.
Having him, does it give you a sense of like how difficult it must be for fighters who have got kids when they have to go away to camps or go away for like a couple of weeks for fight weeks or whatever?
Yeah,
And they
Laura
got
moans at me saying I'm like a single dog mum. I'm like, what? Sort your head out. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine when we have kids, then if you're saying I'm a single dog mum, like that's like you don't have to get used to it even more when we've got little sprogs running around.
Saw a video this morning that Molly put up saying she was back in next gen. How's Molly doing? We haven't spoken to her since the
She's
Blanchfield
all
fight.
right. You know what I mean? Obviously, she's very disappointed, but she's sound. Like, we all have losses, lad. We all come back from them, and she'll come back stronger than ever. I know for a fact she will.
She's had defeats before. How is she kind of taking this one? Is she kind of optimistic about getting back
Yeah,
in
and
there,
obviously
or
it's no loss is ever easy to take, lad. You know what I mean? Especially the way it happened. But she fought one of the best women in the world. You know what I mean? No one else would take that fight against that girl because they know how good the grappling is. But Molly took it.
mm,
Like, it's as simple as that. No one else would take that fight. That girl's going to end up fighting for the belt in about 2 or 3 fights, lad. She's going to be one of the top three in that weight division, 100%. She could end up winning the belt. You never know. She is only 21. She's a child prodigy when it comes to jiu-jitsu. That was a simple grapple of a striker match, and if Molly would have kept her on the feet, she would have knocked her out. But the girl got her to the floor.
yeah? I mean, people already rate Erin pretty highly. I think in years to come, that defeat could actually end up aging pretty well if she starts tearing
Yeah,
through
it
the
will.
top 10. You know,
It will age very well because she's only going to start fighting higher ranked people now, Erin, and her ground game is ridiculously good.
is she Molly coming out to Vegas with you?
I don't know just yet. She's speaking to a few people.
Okay, okay. Well, there will be at least one of the scouts out there with you in Darren Till. What's the relationship like with you and Darren? Is it like a big brother, little brother thing? What is it?
No, no. When we see each other, we speak. You know what I mean? Like, just one of them. You know what I mean? We don't like chat on a regular basis, but we support each other. You know what I mean? We both want each other to win when we fight.
He's been on a bit of a bad run lately. Do you think this is the time he can kind of turn things around?
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're at the top end of the sport. Like, he's fighting the best fighters in the world. You know what I mean? And he's fighting ranked people every single time. It's going to be difficult for me when I start fighting ranked people. That's just why I believe in myself so much.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you talked about fighting ranked people there. Do you think this could be the last, maybe two more fights after before we start looking at that top 15? Are you
Yeah,
bothered?
definitely. I'm not bothered. I don't care. You know what I mean? I really don't care. It's mad people on the internet. Oh, he should fight Michael Chandler or Dustin Poirier. They haven't got a clue what they're talking about. You know what I mean? When I'm fighting them, I'll be getting the wages to fight them. You know what I mean? At the minute, lad, I'm in no rush. I'm still climbing the ladder,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to start demanding fights with people. I'm not going to mention anyone's name. People talk about me. You know what I mean? I don't mention anyone's name or call anyone out because everyone has my name in their mouth. Why would I give someone else free publicity mentioning their name? Just stupid.
Yeah, I mean, in that lightweight division as well, there's no kind of
There's no gimme fights.
there's
It's a shark tank. You know what I mean? It's the hardest
exactly.
weight division in the world.
There's no soft way to enter the top 15, is there? Do you know
No.
who's 15 right now?
Yeah, it's Tony Ferguson,
Do you know who 14 is?
isn't it? Julian Turner or Dan Hooker.
It's Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. Then Dan
So
Hooker and Julian Turner and people like that.
and then you
That's
start
what I
getting
mean,
into
lad.
Moicano and Dan Hooker, and I mean, they're all real fights, man.
I think I'd
All of
beat
them.
them all.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Um, is this a step up, Jared Gordon? I mean,
Yeah, every fight's a step up. You know what I mean? There's no easy fight in the UFC. It's that simple. You know what I mean? And Jared's 4-1 in his last 5. His last defeat before that was the former champ Charles Oliveira. But Charles finished him in the first round, and I aspire to be champ, lad. So I'm gonna finish him in the first round.
co-main event, pay-per-view, Vegas. Those are big things, aren't they? Those are three things individually that a lot of fighters don't get. Fighting in Vegas on a pay-per-view and then co-main eventing. And this is your 4th fight. And you, as you say, you know, this is an unranked fight, as it were. This is all pretty special, isn't it, man? If you take a step back.
Could say that, like, but this is just standard to me. You know what I mean? Even when the title fight was on there, Yuri and Glover, I was basically the co-main event anyway. The way it was all getting promoted. You know what I mean? Like, feature bout, but I was basically co-main, like, because no one was talking about the co-main. Like,
How did you find out you were getting bumped up? And what does kind of being
when
bumped
Yuri
up?
when Yuri pulled out, well, got pulled,
Mm.
I just thought straight away, I'm going to be co-main event. Obviously, I'm the feature bout, so I'm going to be co-main event. And then the UFC Europe put up Jan versus Ankalaev will be fighting for the belt, and Paddy the Baddy's co-main event. I've seen a few idiots moaning about it. Oh, it should have been this fight, should have been that fight. I'm the one with the star power. I'm the star. I've got more followers than most of the main card combined.
You are a star. You say that yourself there. And I'm always looking at, because fighters always say, I'm not going Hollywood. I'm not getting too big for my boots. Fighters always say that. And I'm always looking for like little details, little ways of things sneaking in. And I follow your great YouTube account that you've got going with your videos. And I saw you coming down to London, and I was like, this is gonna be first class. This is definitely going to be complimentary biscuits and tea and a sandwich in standard, right? That's keeping it
Yeah,
real, mate.
that's it. That's just the way I roll. People keep saying it to me on you flying first class to Vegas. No, I'm paying like an extra $3,000 to fly. Are you mad? You still
Business,
get to the same place at the same time.
business class,
No, standard.
extra leg room.
Nah, I'm not paying for extra leg room. Are you mad? That's about 200 quid or something.
Perfect place to end it. Paddy, thanks for the catch up, mate.
You know that, fella. See you after.